Hello my dear Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising sign Aries. I am Michaela and welcome to my astrology channel Todayenergy. This video will be your monthly astrological forecast for the upcoming month of August. Well Aries, the very first days of August promise to be quite exciting, especially for you, because we have this special triple conjunction on the sky between your ruler Mars, the impatient and rebellious Uranus, and Rahu, the north karmic lunar node, which always points towards our future, towards our progress and development. So those three guys are conjuncting in Taurus. Now for you, Taurus is your second house. So we're talking about some new exciting possibilities for work, for your budget, for your salary. And if we talk about work, having Uranus, the lord of new technologies here, the lord of astrology, aviation, and all sorts of unconventional interests and knowledge, we can suggest that maybe some of you Aries will be modernizing your work process, your workflow. Maybe you'll have to work online through gadgets, through applications, through mobile phone, internet, something like that. Or maybe you will be collaborating with people skilled in IT knowledge, something related to online marketing, or maybe someone some scientists, for instance. But yeah, for you, we can expect that you will be like electrified, because Uranus also signifies as internet as well as electricity. So having your ruler Mars with a combo with Uranus can give you a lot of excitement, a lot of impatience. So you can be really giving people this static electricity around the first days of August. Try to stay cool, really, because at the same time, well, on the 7th of August, your ruler Mars is squaring Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. Now, Saturn is retrograding for several months until the autumn. That's pretty important, I believe. So if you're interested, you can check my video on my channel dedicated to retrograde Saturn and what does it mean for every single zodiac sign, including you, of course, Aries. But in this case, you might feel real frustration, I must say, because Mars and Uranus and Rahu are all about doing this quantum leap into the future, getting the progress, getting the development, collaborating with some young people, maybe someone from abroad, from exotic cultures, doing something that you haven't done before. And remember, we're talking second house here, about work, about sources of money, sources of income for you. So there might be some earthquakes there, really changing your status quo, changing your sense of stability, changing what you value in your life, like what's the most important for you: work, family, traveling, your freedom, and so on. For every person that's different. Maybe you'll decide to go freelancing, maybe you're tired of your old job. But there you go, Uranus is stopping you, because especially while it's retrograde, it tells you to slow down, to think more, to plan, to examine, to reassess. And Saturn currently is in your 11th house of groups, of friends, of also 11th house is about money. It's the second from the 10th, and the 10th house is our profession, our career, our mission in life. So 11th becomes the financial money house from our career. So maybe with having Saturn retrograde here, you have to be patient, you have to wait for your salary to come, for your invoice to be paid, you know, something like that. We talk here about money and finances, most probably. Maybe your friends are pulling you back, maybe your group project, if you want to collaborate with someone else, but these people are still indecisive and they're looking for better moment, for better opportunity. Or maybe you want to go freelancing, but you see your corporation is not letting you go yet. You have to still finish something there. While Saturn is retrograde, it's about also restructuring and finishing, and here it's something about your friendships, or your collaborations, your group projects. Maybe it's about having your blog in internet, having your business in internet, but you have to first build your website or learn some modern technology or some skills, right? So it requires time and patience. Really don't worry, Aries, because the final resolution of these energies between Uranus and Saturn, the final showdown between those two titans, the final square between them, which was all along 2021 and now this year as well in the summer, it will happen for the last time this autumn. Afterwards, this static electricity in the society within us, this impatience and this frustration will eventually dissolve and fade away, and we will come up with the clear solutions. Then on the 4th of August, Mercury goes into Virgo. So that's your 7th house. Mercury is our thinking processes, communication, meeting people, negotiations, contracts, and it's going to be about your work and health, or either or possibly both. So you will be keen to meet doctors, to join groups of people who are exercising together. Maybe you're signing some contracts with your employees, employers, maybe hiring some people, maybe business trips could be awaiting for you with Mercury in your 6th house, or just a lot of daily tasks, a lot of little things to think about, to repair, to take care of, maybe at home some little repairs, or driving to help your friends or relatives. Solving problems basically, and possibly doing some examinations about your health situation, health exams. Now on the 9th of August we have an interesting day. Venus is opposing Pluto. Venus represents in mundane astrology and generally women and money, finances, and Pluto of course is it's also money, by the way, but it's big resources, big money, it's huge wealth, it's control, it's the power, the government, the business, the mafia oftentimes. So maybe around the 9th of August we will have in the public space some news about strong women in power, in leadership, in government, in business. On the other hand, Pluto is like inspector, the detective with a magnifying glass. He likes to, first of all, he likes to hide things. So some traumas on a personal level, maybe related to beauty, to love, to money and feeling of a lack of them. On a general bigger scale, that might be hiding some taboo topics, something about money laundering, business schemes, secret hidden governmental affairs. It's some dirty things, you know, some dirty things from the which were pulled under the rug, or were hidden away from the society, and now they can come up. Also, it might be news, unfortunately, about women being controlled, oppressed, manipulated, or women who manipulate, or of course violence. Pluto is mass scale of torture and violence and death, and so here as well it can be. But in your case, particularly Aries, we're talking about your 4th, 10th house axis, Cancer, Capricorn. That's pretty important. That's like the skeleton of our natal charts, 1st, 7th house and 4th, 10th house. So Venus in your 4th house, talking about your wish to be with your loved ones, with family, with the parents, children, spending time at home, beautifying your home. But Pluto is in the 10th house, asking you to be very active at work, to take things under your control, to be the good boss, the big leader, possibly to chase some higher positions, bigger money, income. Maybe if we mix these two areas, maybe you start receiving passive income, money from your land, from your property. Maybe you're renting it or selling it, or the opposite. Maybe you buy property, you invest Venus money in in buying something of your own, and thus your status changes as a landlord, yeah, as a owner of some real estate. That could be the case, but generally don't forget that about around the 9th, of course, if you're a woman, you should be careful with people in authority who might misuse their power and control. Maybe even it's your superiors, managers, bosses, high management, or your parent even. You might have some kind of a power struggle with your parent, or parents try to manipulate you to demand some attention from you. On the other hand, of course, maybe we're talking about you having great chance to achieve some very high social status, high position. Maybe you are being elected as a member of the city council, government, or board of directors of some company, so go for it. And one more thing I must clarify here: such opposition is like a full moon. So we have to trace back when was the time when, in this case, Venus conjunct Pluto, and that was 3 times last winter. From December 2021 to March 2022, Venus was retrograding and, you know, going back and forward in Capricorn. So she had 3 conjunctions with Pluto in your 10th house. So maybe you have planned back then something about your work, career, your mission in life, your social status, your financial security. And maybe since then you've been working step by step towards achieving this goal. But for some of you Aries, it might be quitting job, it might be going establishing your own business, it might be going on retire basically. And even I know in some professions, when you retire, especially if you worked in the governmental sector, then you receive several salaries at once. So that might be your big money for this summer. But that can be quite a big breakthrough, because as a full moon, this opposition talks about culmination, fruition, reaping the rewards of your efforts, or at least gaining some clarity. What's going on? Where do you stand on your plan of growth and development here regarding your career and status, or maybe regarding your property and parents. On the 11th, Venus goes into Leo. And Leo is your 5th house of love, of romance, of joy, holidays, hobbies. And Venus, of course, is pleasure. So you might, if you don't have a partner, maybe you will meet someone who will be of interest for you. Love, definitely. Great, joyful time spent with your children, or generally with children. Maybe you're a teacher and you go to some summer camp with kids. Great joy in doing your favorite activities, your hobby. Maybe you will be even earning money from your creativity, from your hobby, from some stage performances, whatever brings you really pleasure and joy. Or maybe you will be investing money into these things. Of course, it's a season of holidays, so most probably spending money on going on holidays with your loved ones, partner or children, or both. Good for business, good for Aries who have business, is the transit of Venus through your 5th house of your own business. On the 12th, we have a full moon at 19 degrees of Aquarius. That's your 11th house. This full moon conjuncts Saturn retrograde. Remember, here is Saturn, who tells you to slow down, to be very discerning and serious about your collaborations, about your friendships, about your group projects, about possibly organizations, governmental or non-governmental, in which you participate. They will require your serious participation and attitude and commitment. Of course, full moons are culminations, so you will have some culmination of a group project. Maybe here some invoice or promised money will be paid to you for your work, if you have been waiting for it for a long time. But right now, if you just did some job and you're expecting a payment, well, it might get delayed till the autumn, till Saturn that turns direct again. At the same time, the luminaries of this full moon are squaring again Uranus and Rahu, the North Karmic node, lunar node, in your second house of finances and of income. Of course, on the horizon, there seem to be new financial and work possibilities and opportunities. Seems to me that you are changing maybe your value system overall, as we spoke at the beginning about the beginning of the month. Maybe some definitely some modernization at work, progress at work, possibly going as a freelancer or finding like-minded people to collaborate with them. But this must wait a little bit and be more thought of, more planned, better planned. The same day, it's good for you because good energy for you because your ruler Mars does a sextile to Neptune. Sextile is a very opportunity bringing aspect on the sky, possibilities. And Neptune is a very peaceful planet. It's about dreams, it's about letting go without suffering, in this case, as it's a sextile. So Neptune can bring you this peace of mind, making you gentler, more softer, believing, having faith that everything that happens for your own good, and everything goes according to a divine plan. So you can relax a little bit. On the 15th is another good day for you with big opportunities because Mars trines Pluto. Trine is even stronger aspect than sextile that brings even more chances, possibilities, opportunities, and in this case is for growth and development, for big achievements, for business, because Pluto is still in Capricorn in your 10th house. So big strong day for financial improvements, for achieving and showing to the world your ambitions, your skills as leader, as a person who has the guts, who has the control and willpower. Yeah, because it's also second 10th house, really. Money and status is on the table for you. On the 20th, your ruler Mars goes into Gemini. So it's better for you because while Mars was in Taurus, maybe you felt a bit more lazy, to be frank, tired, maybe like insecure, unsure, because Mars usually wants to act. Aries is about I go for it, right? No hesitation. While Taurus is way more earthy sign, way more slow. Taurus likes to enjoy life and not rush. So Gemini is a fixed. Gemini is a mutable air energy. So you will be prone, while Mars goes through Gemini, to be a bit more chatty, flexible, maybe a little bit all over the place as well, because Gemini, usually the problem is they can't choose one goal and be dedicated to it. They like multitasking, they like several bites of everything, trying everything, learn new things, new skills, communicate with people. And it's important for you because Mars usually spends 2 months in each sign by transit, but because in autumn it will go retrograde in Gemini, overall it will stay here for 7 months. That's a long period of time for Mars in same sign. So for you, you will be in this kind of a Gemini-ish vibe and style and worldview. And it's for you, Gemini, it's your 3rd house. So we talk about a lot of communication and time spent and efforts spent on your siblings, your relatives, your neighbors, your cousins. Now Mars is a bit of a fighty planet, fighty energy, so maybe perhaps we're talking here some conflicts with your close environment, with your neighbors or people from your neighborhood, or even relatives and siblings. Also Mars in third house can talk about vehicles, transportation, moving somewhere. So you might be very dedicated, very impatient to go to short distance trips, move around the country or the city, or going to the countryside. Maybe you will be repairing or searching for a car, because Mars likes to do some do-it-yourself style of things, repair something, be useful. So maybe you will be useful for your vehicle or to your relatives. Very importantly, third house is gadgets, mobile phones, smartphones, computers, laptops, monitors, tablets, communication, courses, online especially. So maybe you will be very active in those things. Possibly you would like to take some courses, practice your skills, improve your skills. That will be lovely for your work, right? Remember, we said you need to modernize your work. So maybe you're attending forums, seminars, and online business as well. Business, PR, commercials are belonging to third house, buying and selling, the trade, negotiations. So here you will have really the ambition, the drive and the power to do those activities. On the 23rd, the Sun goes into Virgo, as well as Mercury did at the beginning of the month. So that's your 6th house, and the Sun shows your attention for 1 month, illuminating this area. Discoveries are coming into the area of your health. Some results from your examination might come to the surface, and you will find good doctor, expert possibly, to help you with your health issues, or you'll decide to change your daily routine, your diet, your work style, maybe rearrange your office, new team, new colleagues, maybe you will become a manager of a team, because Sun usually is a leadership role. So yeah, basically focus on work and on getting rid of bad habits. Wonderful time would be as well for this, and of course health, exercises, healthy diet. On the 24th, Uranus stations to go retrograde. It means the planet for several days, as if is hanging on the sky in one same degree, in one same spot, not moving anywhere. Of course, it's just a visual illusion from Earth, but so we consider in astrology that when a planet is stationary, the whole focus of the universe, of society, of people is towards the energies of this planet. What does it signify for us? And unlike the faster planets like Mercury, who turns in one day, Uranus is like further away planet, right? Social planet, or outer planet. And so when Uranus becomes stationary, it's usually for at least 10 days. So I would say the last 10 days of the month, we are under Uranian influences. In the public space, that's definitely riots, that's rebellions, that's revolutions, that's protests. That's people wanting freedom, wanting change, modernization, online internet technologies, because Taurus is a financial earthy sign, talking about money and food and comfort, products and goods. So Uranus here can change the picture 180 degrees. Maybe it's about some genetic modifications, science, something related to aviation, to the space, to space discoveries, to astrology. Maybe there will be news in the public space about astrology, and about some corporations as well. Corporations that possibly produce food, or people might be protesting because of resources, because of products and food problems. But for you particularly, as at the beginning of the month, the focus, the attention is towards changes in your 2nd house of money, income, budget. Maybe you need to really check your incomes versus spendings and change something here. Maybe there is a change in your self-esteem, system. So maybe you will decide to join some online courses of some coaches that are promoting better value of yourself, better self-esteem, so then you can be even more successful at work and be better paid. Someone like, you know, Gabby Bernstein or Tony Robbins. So maybe you will be interested. Or on the other hand, maybe you will rush to get rid of some old how it's called, loan credits, like that you owe someone something, money. So now you are decided to return it, or, you know, just clean your bills, clean your bills if you owe someone something or someone is owning you something, so you will go for it. On the 26th, Mercury moves into Libra, that's your 7th house. So we're talking about negotiations with business partners, signing contracts, preparing deals, meeting people is like for private life, but as well as for business. Great time, really. Maybe business trips or traveling with your partner, and definitely more speaking up, sharing with your loved ones, even with partners, what's going on with you. On the 27th, we have a new moon at 4 degrees of Virgo, and that's your 6th house. So news about work or health, new regime, new colleagues, new office, new diet, new exercises for health. The luminaries square Mars in your 3rd house, so you need some information. You're very keen on communication with others, sharing knowledge, learning, being online, possibly. Maybe you're learning new professional skills online. And at the same time, the ruler of this new moon, Mercury, is in trine to your ruler, Mars. So that's a great day for being sharp with your mind and with your words, but not aggressive. Nevertheless, very clear, very assertive, and a good understanding with partners and with people. Good day for deals, for doing some exams, for learning, for repairing or buying a vehicle, because it's about assertiveness and being smart. The last day of the month, 27th, 28th of August, we have activation of this square between Saturn and Uranus, and the activation is by Venus, our lovely Venus in Leo, in your 5th house. So Venus wants pleasure, joy, romance, good holidays. For some, maybe it's about gambling, it's about risk, it's about hobbies and inspiration. And across is Saturn retrograding in your 11th house, so they make precise opposition. And Saturn talking about your group responsibilities, maybe towards the corporation where you work or towards your friends. So maybe you're considering, should I go as a freelancer? Should I open my own business, or should I collaborate with others, or do I have enough income, enough money to go my own way as I like it? Or maybe it's about going on maternity leave and spending time with your child, or keep on working and earning money and follow your professional goals or goals for self-development. And this tension of the opposition comes up it's like a trine with a third triangle. It's like a triangle with a third planet, and guess which one it is? It's our stationary Uranus in Taurus in your 2nd house. So the tension between these two areas of your life, like children and friends, or your lover and your friends who don't like him or her, or being with your children, or being with the corporation, or going on your own adventure as a freelancer and an artist, or joining other people. And it comes up with the revolution in your work, revolution in your income sources. You need this change of your work, and also because second house is your belongings, your possessions. So maybe you will decide, at least kind of like symbolically, maybe you will be so fed up of this tension in your life that you want to throw old things from your wardrobe, from your flat. Maybe you want to do this kind of summer cleaning. Why not, instead of the spring cleaning, or one more big cleaning, and just get rid of the old and unnecessary furniture and everything maybe that links you with the past. So in any case, remember the final resolution about here your business, work, income, life goals and priorities, budget, and and your profession and work will come in the autumn. So dear Aries, thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing my videos. I hope the information here is useful for you and interesting. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. That really helps it grow. I like that our community is growing slowly but surely. So I wish you a wonderful August, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.